Hello, friends. Sudoku, welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of October, 2023. This is my second upload of this video. Unfortunately, Julian discovered a fluke in the first upload. I really regret that, and I'm sorry. I do try to make sure that my logic is impeccable. But, sometimes things happen. So here we go again. This puzzle is quite interesting in that it doesn't really reveal its secrets all at one time. You have to work a little harder on this puzzle than usual for the New York Times. So now I'll try to do this puzzle without any flukes. One of the first thing I notice is that this 1 and 9 block across here. We have a 1 and a 9 blocking down here, so these two squares must be a 1 and a 9. Since a 1 therefore blocks across here, this 1 blocks across here, we know that this must be a 1. We also have a 4 and an 8 blocking across here. We know that these two squares are 1 and 9, therefore a 4 and an 8 must go here and here. This 8 blocks across, so the 4 goes here and the 8 goes here. Now we have a 4 and a 3 blocking across here and a 4 and a 3 blocking down here. So these two squares must be a 4 and a 3. These being a 6 and a 7 leaves only one square to fill, and that must be a 5. Across here we need to find a 5, 6, 7 and a 3. The 3 blocks here, here and here. So here's a 3. Here a 5, 6 and a 7. The 5 and a 7 block up here is a 6. Now we're going to have a 6 here or here. And here we're going to have a 6, 7 and a 2. The 2 and a 7 block up here is a 6. Therefore, here a 2 and a 7. The 9 blocks across here and up here. One of these must be a 9. So we have a 9 and a 3 here. We have a ghost, a 9 and a 3 here. So a 9 and a 3 must go in two of these 3 squares here. Here we have a 5 and a 7, of course. Across here, we need to find a 5, 7, 2, 6, and an 8. There's a 2, 5, 6, and a 7 all blocking this square, which therefore must be the 8 we were looking for. Now we are going to have an 8 here or here. We have what is called, I believe, a hidden single here in the corner, because it's hidden because we can't immediately see what it is going to be. It requires a little bit of work. We have to be able to count from 1 to 9. 1, 2, 3 could go here, but not a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So that's easy enough. A 3 goes here. This 3 blocks up here, and this 3 blocks up here. This 3 blocks over, therefore 3 goes here. Now, we did say that a 3 and a 9 and a 3 and a ghost 9 up here had to occupy two of these 3 squares. We've taken away this square now. It had to be a 3. This 9 blocks this square, so a 9 must go here. And that takes care of the 1 and a 9 we had here. The 9 blocks down. Here is a 1, and here is a 9. Now we have a 1 here because of these two 1s blocking these 3 squares. And the last square on the top here has got to be a 4. So we have 8 and 4 here blocking down. That gives us an 8 and a 4 here, and therefore a 2 here. This 2 blocks up, giving me a 2 here or here. A 4 and an 8 here, therefore a 2, 5, and a 7 here. And that is also a no-go. And here a 5, 7, and a 6. Also not possible yet. The 6, all we know is must go here or here. We have 9s blocking down here and over. One of these is a 9. Across here, we needed to find, I think I said 2, 6, 7, 5. Now, this is 5 and a 7 here, so these two squares must be a 2 and a 6. Now we have 7, 5 here and here. So we also said earlier that a 2 had to go either here or here. Since one of these is a 2, it rules out a 2 from this square. Now the 2 must go here. Now we have a 2 blocking across here, and we have a 2 blocking up here. One of these is a 2. So 5, 6, and 7 here, still not quite possible. 2, 6 here, therefore a 1, 9, and an 8 here. 8 blocks up, 8 blocks over. 8 must go up here along with a 9. And that means that this square has got to be a 1. Now this 1 blocks over, this 1 blocks over, this 1 blocks up. A 1 must go here. 8 and 9 here, therefore 7 and 6 here. Now we have these two 1s blocking these 6 squares, and this one also blocks this square, so 1 must go here. Now we have an 8, 9 here, and we have an 8, 9 here. These two 1s block across these 6 squares, and we got these two 1s blocking these 6 squares. So a 1 must go here. Now this 9 blocks down, this 9 blocks down, this 9 blocks across, and 9 goes here. We know that this was an 8, 9. Now the 9 makes sure that this is an 8, and this is 9, and this is an 8. So we now have this 9 blocking down, this 9 blocking over, and this 9 blocking over, giving me a 9 here. These were a 4 and an 8, remember? The 8 blocks over, now it's a 4, and this is an 8. We now have 8s here or here, and here or here. 5 blocks down, 5 blocks over, here's a 5. Now we have a 5 here or here. We also have, no, we have 5s, no, hang on, this is a 5, 7. So 5s right now, that's a no-go. 2 here or here, and here or here. 2, 6, and 7 here. 6, 7, we know that. 6 blocks over. No, it's not so clear. We need 3 more numbers, a 7, 2, and a 6. And we have a 6 and a 2 blocking here, so this must be the 7. Now we have a 7 here and a 2 here. That gives us a 2 here and a 6 here. 4, 3, and a 6. Not yet. Remember this square, it must be a 6 or a 7. We also have this square, which must be a 6 or a 7. So now we, in effect, have 4 givens for column 9. So a 6 and a 7 blocking down here. And we see these two 7s forcing a 7 here or here. Now that we know that a 7 is present elsewhere in the column, this cannot be a 7. Therefore, a 7 must go here. Now this 7 blocks up, this 7 blocks across. Here is therefore a 7, making this a 6. And we know that these were 6 and 7. Now the 7 blocks down, giving me a 6 here and a 7 here. This 6 now blocks across, this 6 blocks down. Here is a 6 and a 6. 2 blocks up, giving me a 2 here. Now we have a 2 here because these 2's lock down. Here we need a 6 and a 3. 6 blocks down, here's a 3, here is a 6. Now that gives us a 3 here and a 4 here. Here a 5 and an 8. The 8 blocks over, here's a 5, here's an 8, and therefore here's a 7, and here's a 5, 5 and a 7. Here we need to find a 4, and this 4 blocks this square, therefore this is a 4, and this must be a 3. 2 numbers missing, an 8 and a 5. The 8 here forces a 5 in the corner, and the 8 goes here. As I said at the beginning, this is my second upload for this puzzle. It differs slightly from the first one. I had to work around the fluke that Julian so rightly pointed out that I had committed. This one hopefully was without any flukes. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.